What's going on, guys? Guy here. In this video I want to talk to you guys about the upcoming game mode called Carrier Assault. This game mode will be featured in the Naval Strike DLC, which should be released by end of March. The game mode is a reimagining of the classic Battlefield 2142 Titan mode. Now, some of the things which I will talk about will be just speculation purely made up by me. The only thing which has actually been confirmed is the game mode itself. Firstly, I want to explain to you guys how Titan mode worked in Battlefield 2142. So there were two slow moving ships hovering in the air called Titans. They were basically your base where you first spawned. Now there were gunships on them for you to fly, and you can deploy vehicles from there. Then there were a few points around the map which contain an anti-Titan missile system, or we call it now Mobile SAMs. Now, if you control one of these points, it will automatically fire missiles at the enemy Titan, and it almost turned out to be kind of like Conquest, which controlling the points and holding it down will allow you for access to those missile systems. The Titan also had a shield, and eventually with enough damage to the shield by those anti-Titan missiles, it will break, and that will allow you to do even more damage to the enemy Titan ship. But the anti-Titan missile systems weren't only the way to destroy a Titan. The other way being, of course, is destroying it from the inside. Now, once the shield is not effective, you are able to board the Titan ship any way you want, from the air or from the ground. And once you have actually boarded the ship, you are tasked with finding the reactor and destroying it. But before you can destroy the reactor, you'll need to destroy 4 control panels. Destroying the first panel will grant you access to the higher level ones, and once all 4 of the control panels has been destroyed, you are able to finally reach the reactor and you can destroy it. And as soon as you destroy the reactor, you only have a few seconds to get out of there before the ship crashes and blows up. So that's basically how Titan mode worked in Battlefield 2142. But we all know that Titan mode or Carrier Assault in Battlefield 4 would not work exactly the same, but some aspects will be kept as 2142. Now on to the more exciting part of the video. So I want to make some speculations on Battlefield 4's Titan mode or Carrier Assault, and I'll try my best to base my speculation from the old Titan mode. There will still be 2 Titan ships, but they won't be the giant hovering crafts, but instead aircraft carriers, because we're in the modern day, and it won't be in the sky. And hopefully this will give us a better opportunity to board the ship with boats and with the new hovercraft which they're introducing to us. As for which aircraft carrier we're on, I'm not entirely sure. It is very possible that they could just be porting the single player aircraft carrier, the USS Titan, into multiplayer and letting us the players fight through that, because in single player there has been one level which your squad is fighting in the USS Titan to retrieve some information, and the carrier was pretty detailedly mapped out. Now, I believe there are 2 ways of how DICE could make Carrier Assault work in Battlefield 4. One is to keep the anti-Titan missile system in the game, and the other is just to have both teams trying to board each other at the same time. In the first way, again, controlling the points will probably allow you to fire at the enemy aircraft carrier like how in 2142 did, and you'll probably fire artillery or some kind of missile, or just anything that will just damage the aircraft carrier. As for the shield, which will help keep the aircraft carrier alive, I believe they'll use the defensive anti-aircraft miniguns that are on the aircraft carriers in real life, which will help shoot down aircrafts and projectiles that are coming towards them, and it will probably have a cooldown period so it won't be overpowered in a way. But if you still don't know what miniguns I'm talking about, I'm just talking about those miniguns in the US deployment, which when you spot an aircraft and it's close enough towards the miniguns, it'll start shooting at it and hopefully taking it down. Then with the second method, where they ditch the whole anti-Titan missile system idea, they would have 2 teams facing off against each other, kind of like capture the flag or rush, but both ways. As for the boarding and destroying the reactor part, there'll probably be many ways of boarding the aircraft carrier, from skydiving or finding entrances in the hull of the ship. But as you fight through the enemies to the reactor or the engine room, there'll be something which you'll probably have to be destroyed before you can get into the room, or else it'll probably be too easy. And it'll probably be some kind of control system rooms or server rooms to gain access to the engine rooms. Once you have gained access, you can probably blow it up with C4 or some kind of explosive charge or weapon. Lastly, I'm just throwing out ideas here. I'm guessing you'll probably have a chance to fight your way out of the aircraft carrier as it starts to sink. It would be pretty cool if there were parts in your escape where you'll have to swim underwater to get through, and it would just be pretty epic because those are usually only in single player. And as you get out, the game will end and your team wins. So that's all the speculation I have for you guys. As more information comes out, I will update you, and you can be sure that I will make a guide to teach you how to play this game mode when it actually comes out, because this game mode is probably the more challenging one out of all of them in Battlefield 4. I hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks for watching. I hope you guys learned something. Peace out, guys.